Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be basically doing, I can't start off a video without saying I'm going to be basically doing. Today is going to be a video on pretty much like, not a life update, but almost like a life update. To start things off, one of the biggest things that I have to say is that I'm no longer working for Mac. After 5 years of working with the brand, I decided that it was my time to go. The main reason being that I felt like I didn't have enough time for myself. It didn't have anything to do with the managers or the people that I was working with. It was more so just me. I felt like it was my time to go, and I outweighed the pros and cons of leaving for a very long time. Initially in my head, I said to myself, okay, well, I'll leave the end of June or mid-July. And then what ended up happening was my boyfriend was like, for a second, because then he took it back. My boyfriend said, why don't you just leave in May? And I'm like, you're crazy. I'm not going to have enough money, and I want to make sure that I have enough money before I leave in case of emergencies. And then he took it back and he was like, well, okay, you're right. We'll do it, or do it the end of June like you said. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then things just kept happening there, and little by little I was just growing tired of it. For one, if you guys follow me on Snapchat, then you know I went through like this complete breakdown. Not a breakdown. It was a breakdown. So typically, if you don't know, I am a full-time student. So for my spring semester, which just passed, I was enrolled full-time, and I was taking an astronomy class. And long story short, I had a midterm for the class that I thought was on a Thursday. So I went to a work meeting on Tuesday, missed class, and studied like crazy on Wednesday night to cram everything in for Thursday morning when I took the midterm. So I get to class and I'm sitting down and the teacher is just blabbering on and showing us a video, and I'm like, okay, well, if we have a midterm, shouldn't we have already taken it, or shouldn't he have like distributed it? But I didn't think too much of it because my teacher was crazy, and I'm like, alright, well, maybe it'll take a little bit more time. And then he leaves to go to the bathroom, and something tells me just to look at my phone. So that's what I did. I looked at my phone, I started going through my emails, and my final was on Tuesday. So I missed it because of work. And I don't know if it was like an epiphany that I had or whatever the case was, but I started thinking to myself, and I'm like, I have given up so much of my time at school for work that it didn't even like make sense to me anymore. When I landed my job at Mac when I was 18, I was on top of the world. Like, you could not tell me anything. Like, I was just so ecstatic, and I would have given up everything just to work a shift there. And that's basically what it was. Like, I was just so devoted and ready to just become permanent that I was like, no, I'll do whatever it takes. I want to be permanent. So I gave up a lot of my school. I sacrificed a lot for work, and not that I felt like it was going unnoticed, because that wasn't even the case. It's not what I was thinking. That wasn't my mentality. My mentality was just, when are you going to start thinking about yourself? So April and May was just jam-packed for me. Like, I was going to school full-time, and then I worked full-time, and then on top of working full-time, I made sure that I closed pretty much every Saturday. Every weekend I basically closed. So because I was closing, I made sure that I was closing so that I can take like side gigs, freelance gigs on the weekend. So there was days where I would wake up Saturday at like 4 a.m. sometimes 3, I'm not even playing, and do a full side gig, come back home, rush to get ready, and be out of the door by 2 so that I can leave to work. And let me just say, I was never late. So that was a big accomplishment. I mean, there was one time where I thought that I started like at 2 and I really started at 1, but anywho. It took a lot out of me, and I physically felt my body just shutting down. It got to the point where I said, I cannot take it anymore, because I was having headaches after headaches after headaches, and I'm like, this isn't normal. Like, I have to go to a doctor. So I went to the doctor, and he was like, you're basically burnt out. And I'm like, okay, well, alright. And he was like, I think you should see a therapist. That was a waste of time. He made me go out, do another co-payment, and then go back to speak to a therapist, which, by the way, it is not how it looks like in the movies. Like, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm about to go in there. It's gonna be a big ass room. There's gonna be a sofa. I'm about to be chilling, gonna be asking me some questions. But no, it was not like that. It was like an office, but super small. Like this, like his desk was right here, and then it was like he wanted you to sign papers or something. Like that's how close you were to the that's how close you are to the therapist. At least at Kaiser, that's how it is. Just for him to ask me, or basically just for him to tell me like, you're a very hard worker. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what I paid for. But steering back into what I was saying, it just took a toll on me, and I realized that I needed to put myself first, and I needed to put school first, because even though I'm still at a community college, I'm getting out very soon, thank the Lord. It just put everything into perspective for me. I know that I love makeup. MAC was the first brand in makeup that I ever fell in love with, but 5 years is a long time, and I grew a lot in those 5 years, and I was able to see exactly what it was that I wanted to do, and that was focus on myself. So that's what I've been doing. It has officially been a month since I've worked my last shift at MAC, and hey Sirens, how you doing? And it feels very refreshing. Like, I don't even know how else to explain it. I'm taking summer courses. I'm still doing makeup gigs, so I'm definitely devoting myself to that. And I've noticed that a lot of you really liked my last video where I did makeup on another person. So I am going to be doing and filming more of those for you coming soon, so stay tuned for those. And I don't want to say I'm struggling, but I'm still I went from having no time in the world to having all the time in the world, so I'm still trying to find a balance in between school and my free time and how to exactly manage my time. So I'm still working on that, but I'm glad I was able to get this video up for you guys. I guess what I'm trying to say here is, if you feel like there is something that you want to go out there and achieve, then just do it. Like, I knew that my time at MAC was up when everything was annoying me. Like, everything. I think I should do like another video on the shit I would hear from customers, because it is just ridiculous. So if you want to see that, I can start gathering up some memories that I have of the things that customers would tell me, and I can definitely make a video for you guys, because it is quite the story. Like, I got a lot to tell you. So if you want to see one of those, let me know in the comment section down below. What else is there for me to tell you? Oh, I'm going to be editing a video on my foundation routine for this look. So if you want to watch that, make sure that you head over to my Instagram to check that out. My Instagram username will also be listed down below for you. And of course, another reason why I wanted to leave, and I knew that it was my time for me to leave, was because I knew that I wanted to film more videos. So I'm really excited for that. I'm excited to see what the rest of this year has in store for me. So if you're willing to take a journey with me and see where everything takes us, then go ahead and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to me, and everything you need to know is going to be listed down below. Alright guys, bye. Did you hear my skin? Good lord. It didn't even like make sense to me anymore. And I have a hair in my face, and I'm trying to figure out where it's at so that I can get it so it doesn't keep bothering me, but I don't know where it's at now. So oh, did I get it? Oh, seeing it. Oh, I got it. Yeah. So where was I? Okay. I know how to stop this.